Camping season is right around the corner. Time now to make sure that your RVs and campers are ready to go. So this morning, Ansley Watson is at Hilltop RV Superstore telling us more about what we need to get ready. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. I hope you like camping because that's all we're going to be talking about this morning. It's time to start checking out your RVs and campers and seeing what you have to do to maintain it before your summer camping trip. So this morning, we're going to check out some cleaners, some tools, see what you can do for the inside and outside to help maintain that camper. Reporting live at Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, looking forward to hearing more about it. Thank you very much, Ansley. As we get ready for the day, people who might be camping or just getting out the door this morning, beautiful sky out there.
A beautiful sky.
Definitely. Spring cleaning is on everybody's mind, and that also applies to your RVs, motors, homes, and campers. So this morning, Ansley Watson headed over to Hilltop RV Superstore telling us more about how you get those campers ready for summer. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Check out my new camper. Isn't that cute?
Nice.
Just found it, so that's perfect for me. Can't really drive it around too easily, though. This morning joining me is Josh Hawkins, and he is the service advisor here. Good morning. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
So people who are trying to summarize their campers, what is the first thing that they should be looking at?
Well, when you're going to pull it out of storage, basically the first thing you want to do is check the roof. Things that can happen over winter, leaks, damage from snow, depending if it's outside. Get up on the roof and check the sealant, cracks, any small voids. Water can intrude. Rodents, things like that can chew on it, so you want to check it and reseal it if you can.
Is it smart to cover your camper if those aren't covered? Is more leaks likely to pop up?
Yeah, it depends on where you store it. If you store it outdoors and you can and you get a breathable cover, you want to do that. You don't want to use tarps. That can cause more problems. They hold in moisture and cause mold and things like that. So.
All right, well, we have a couple of sealants and cleaners here. This is the rubber roof. What does this do? You want to put that on right after you clean it?
Yeah, right away. The first thing after you reseal any spots that need to be sealed up, you're going to want this. This is a cleaner, conditioner with UV blocker. That protects it. You want to do that at least twice a year, spring and fall for sure.
All right, and then you're talking about the sealants as well. Is that what this is?
This right here, this right here, the alpha self-leveling sealant is going to go on the roof around all your vents, termination strips, anything that's on your roof attached to the rubber, you're going to want to use that. So.
And then we're talking about the rodents, and you're actually saying the spiders, propane, they kind of go together. You need to watch out for that, right?
Yeah. One of the things you want to do also is check your water heater, your refrigerator. You have outdoor doors. Pull them, and spiders, rodents, they like that propane smell, and over time they can get in there. Real important to get it out. First time you use your water heater, fridge, furnace, things like that, could prevent it from lighting, possibly a fire. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are some of those protective measures that you need to have inside the camper RV?
As far as
the carbon monoxide, fire extinguishers?
Yeah, you have a carbon monoxide, smoke detector, fire extinguisher. The smoke detector you want to test, check for batteries. The carbon monoxide detector has an expiration date, same with the fire extinguisher too, and you can test them right on them. So. Is
there something maybe with the water tanks that maybe somebody wouldn't know to check?
Well, you're going to want to pressurize the system right away and get the antifreeze out, and sanitizing is very important too. Depending if you put some antifreeze in your tanks or not, you're going to want to get that out and use sanitizer, so freshen it up for the spring.
And what about tires? Do they lose pressure throughout the winter?
Absolutely, yeah. They go through the temperature fluctuations, so you're going to want to test that, check them. Tire manufacturer should be on the trailer, call your manufacturer, and get the proper PSI. So.
And I know that you guys service all kinds of makes and models, correct, here?
Absolutely, yep. We're happy to have any trailer out on the road here, so we service all makes and models, no problem.
All right, well, thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Reporting live in Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. And I know with the weather that we've got, all this sunshine, definitely getting everybody in the mood to get outside a little bit more.
Absolutely. Welcome back. Well, this morning we're hanging out at Hilltop RV Superstore in Ishpeming, learning how to summarize our campers. That's right, Ansley Watson is there to talk a little bit more about it this morning and having a lot of fun. How's it going, Ansley?
It's going good, Sam. That's right. We are having a lot of fun. We're learning how to get our campers ready for the summer. And this morning joining me is Mary Gannett. She is the parts advisor. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks for coming here, Ansley.
So we talked a little bit about the parts earlier and servicing. Let's look more into that. We're talking about vents. Vents are huge, and those crack very easily too.
They do. Yep, with the cold weather getting up there, if you're shoveling off your roof, the vents are usually a 14 by 14 standard size. What you want to look at is the way that they connect. The hinges are different on all the vents. And so it might be a metal bar, it might be some plastic tabs. You can bring the broken one in with you or take a picture of it and we can help you match up with the right one.
Okay, so yes, they're adjustable right here, you're saying?
Yes.
All right, and then moving on to, you have the gray tank and the black tank. Talk a little bit about both of those.
Okay, the black tank is going to be for your toilet waste. And we have a chemical that's going to help with odors and breaking down the solids in the tank. You can get a liquid form, which is the AquaChem. It comes in the little bottles. You pour some down. You want to make sure you use some water. It'll help get your base to break up those solids. We also offer, like the dishwasher tabs, it's just a toss in.
Okay.
And so you can toss one of these down the toilet, flush some water down there, that'll get your base going. And then you want to make sure that you're using the right kind of toilet paper so that it breaks down. And using that RV grade toilet paper, you won't end up with the toilet paper chunks that stick to the gauges. So your tank may be empty but reading full because it has toilet paper stuck to the gauge. Or if your kids use too much toilet paper or the wrong kind of toilet paper, you may need a chemical then and an extra flush to break down some of that extra toilet paper.
So this is different from like household toilet paper?
Yes, absolutely. It'll break down much easier.
Okay, and then moving on to our seal slides, what do we need to know about those?
Your slide out has a worm gear is what they call it for sliding in and out. What you want to avoid is any grease, or you don't want dirt getting in there, sand. The slide out gear, this red can, that's a dry lube that's going to keep those gears moving well but repel the dirt and the sand.
Right.
And then the rubber seal on your slide out, that is just like your rubber roof. It needs to be protected and conditioned so that that seal isn't compromised. That's going to keep water out. You're not going to have leaks. And probably twice a year you want to do those at the very minimum.
All right. And looking at here, what do we have here? These anodes, correct?
Yeah, this is an anode rod. This is actually the plug for your water heater. And this is a good, better, best kind of situation. This one is empty. And what this does is it prevents the water, the hard chemicals in the water from breaking down and eating away at your tank, the inner lining of your tank. So instead of eating at your tank, it's going to eat at this rod. So this is a new one, and you can see it just looks like a solid rod. And then this is when the water chemicals start breaking it down. And if you ever get to this point, you definitely need to replace it. There's nothing left here for the chemicals to eat away at.
Interesting.
It's going to start getting at your tank.
Don't want that at all, for sure. And then one more thing, I know this is big about water pressure, water gauge.
Yeah, the campgrounds don't often regulate the pressure going from the post to your camper. And so that'll blow lines. This is a water pressure regulator that regulates to 45 pounds. And it just connects in between your hose and your camper. And it has a little filter on it as well to keep some sediment out.
Excellent. And just for fun, we have a couple of bread makers here.
Yeah.
Pudgy pie makers. You can't go without that when you're camping. Is that right?
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, and I know that Dave threw me a nice little camo hat here. I guess I need to wear this when I go camping as well.
Especially this time of year, your ears get a little bit cold.
Well, thank you so much, Mary, for joining us.
Thanks, Ansley.
Reporting live at Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 More News after the break.